What is going on, guys, and welcome back to our channel. Another video in English today because this is a topic that we've actually conquered in a lot of German videos before. Nonetheless, this is our daily business. So I want to show you guys what it is that we do with this car behind me and also with this car in the back of this car, which you probably can't see right now because it's way too dark. If you haven't subscribed by now, we're trying to reach a goal of 50,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So if you, like I said, if you haven't subscribed or liked this video or commented this video, do so right now. I'm waiting. Do it now. Let's go. So this is actually a really beautiful example of a R129 129. It has blue interior. Let's get into that because I never do that. It has a blue steering wheel. Everything is blue. Pretty sure back in the days that was probably not the number one that you go to, but matching with the roof, the silver paint. I think it has like 100,000 kilometers, so not a whole lot. What I don't like is definitely the radio. That needs to be coming out if it would be my car, but it's not. And therefore, let me show you what's wrong with it. Even though this car seems to be in a mint condition like I just showed you, it's always crazy to me how somebody can, just try to mess with something so valuable like these old cars. You can see that obviously somebody tried their, I don't even want to say tried their best. Somebody tried something on this harness. And obviously, if you connect wires to broken wires, even though it's the last pieces of it or whatever, they go all the way in the loom, all the way over here, close to the module box. This is the plug for the engine harness. Now in this particular model, it doesn't stop right there because the airflow sensor and the airflow sensor plug, this one right here, you can see I already cut it for you guys. All the wires break as well. This one on this particular car goes into the module box. I will show you exactly what you do with that because this is actually a little tricky. You will have to, I will have to take out the module box. I will have to put the wiring underneath into the pins that they actually go to, excuse me. And then we will do that. Also, the alternator harness, you can get a little sneaky peek because I cannot pull it back all the way, but you can see insulation also coming off. And obviously, if we're already at it, we're going to change the throttle body as well. So this customer will get the full MKB-TECH program. He will get the whole deal. I will take everything out, and once everything is out, I will show you exactly what I mean, where everything was used to be, and then as usual, I will get it to the boys. As usual, the boys will get it back to me. And as usual, I will throw it back in the car and hopefully it will run just like it was 1994, 5, 6, 7, whatever year this car came out. It is the next day. My nose is running because German weather currently is an absolute nightmare. It goes from sun to rain to snow within a couple of hours. Not the topic. We're not talking about the weather today, but what we're going to talk about right now is the car. I have made a big mess, at least it looks like it. So everything is out, and you can see it really doesn't look fancy at all whatsoever. I don't know what happened here, by the way. Seems like there was some kind of fluid, or customer wanted to check if there's something leaking, because this is not paint. I don't know. I don't know what this is, but anyways, let's get to this dirty floor because I want to get to the topic for all of you guys that are watching this for the first time. Watch the wiring insulations right here. Totally melted. Same is going to be for each and every plug on this harness. So it does have all these rubber boofs underneath, but if you put these, if you pull these back, for example here, you can see it again. just naked wires, nothing new. This is the engine harness itself. So this is what goes on the cylinders and on the coils and whatnot. This right here is the so-called alternator harness. So this one is actually, it's not too big, so meaning it just has 3 plugs. It's a pain to take it out because this wire right here actually goes to the alternator itself, and they go separate ways. What do I mean by that? Yesterday I showed you that the plug that I just showed you sits right here, or no, it sits right here, and it goes this way, right here at the firewall, and then down that way. And the other wiring is actually going through here, all the way where this green new wire is right now, all the way down to the alternator. So that is the alternator harness. And now, last but not least, also what I told you yesterday, we still have the very, very important airflow sensor plug. Now, this airflow sensor plug goes into the module box, so goes into here. Everything is taken apart. I took out all the modules, I took out the whole box. It's a pain in the butt to take it out, but you have to do it the right way because the pins, one of them goes in here to this plug right here. You can see one of the wires is here. 2 of the pins go in here, and one of the other pins from the plug, because it has 4 pins, you can see one of the wires is also falling apart, goes right onto here within all these other ones. Why do I show you this example so specifically? First reason for that is there is a paper out from a contender or from somebody that also does these wiring harnesses, and it kind of looks like this. So if you have ever seen anything like this, or if you have ever received anything like this to plug in your wiring, please stop. This is definitely not correct. So I'm not trying to bash anybody. I'm not trying to say that there's only one way to do certain things. But in this case, within wires and electricity, you have to pin it the right way. So they go into 3 different spots. Once again, 2 of them go in here. One of them goes into this plug that is sitting right underneath here, and the other one goes right on here. The way to do it is actually to either drill a hole or go into this rubber bushing on the side to put these wires through all the way from underneath, pin them the right way. I might show you once I'm done. Now, the second reason why I bring this up, because yesterday we actually had a customer that called us from the United States, from Texas actually. No, never mind, from Miami, I think. I don't know. We'll check it out. Let's find out. So we did receive a package, and that is really just by accident. So what I want to show you right now, we're going to take this package right here. We're not going to say any names to this, but this customer sent us this harness right here. Why do I show you this harness so specifically? Well, now if we take a closer look at the car, you can see that there's going to be elements of the same harness cut off that are actually in this car as well. So what did they do? They simply cut off all the wires from the harness, even though these wires are totally fine. What is not totally fine is the airflow sensor plug. So this is a so-called body harness. It's not an engine harness. It's more of a body harness than anything else. What's wrong with it is that only the wires, same like with the V12 modules and all the other modules, it's only the four wires from the airflow sensor that actually go bad. So those are the only ones that you actually have to change. So please do not cut off any of those wires. I'm going to show you once again. You have this plug, which is that one right there. Then you have one of them is in here. You can see, same one, totally melted. And then probably they cut it off already because I don't see it right now as it is. Yep, probably did. So this one is missing. So this one is missing. So we'll have to figure out a way of of sending this one back the right way so that they'll actually be happy by plugging this one back into the car. This is the same exact harness, some differences, but let's say similar harness to this one. You can see how much wires there is to this one. You can see how much they cut off over here. So I need 2 hands for this one. It gets even funnier because what I wanted to show you is if you take a look right here, there's 5 pins in this plug. There used to be exchange plugs that you could buy to solve these problems like 5 to 10 years ago, and this is one of them. So you can see there's one wire not even connected to anything right now, and the brown wire, which is supposed to be obviously right here, is connected somewhere in the plug in here. So also, whoever did it just cut it off here, and he was trying to weld because he was not able to get the pins out of it. He just welded the plugs, the broken plugs, to what was left in this little module box right here. So whoever did it did this, or whatever happened here, think about it next time whenever you do another car like this, because these cars are not worth less. They are worth something, and they need to be taken care of the right way. This is a prime example of a decent one, so the wires here are not even bad yet. Actually, not even sure. I haven't checked it. But anyways, maybe we'll talk to the customer. You can see it pretty good over here, exactly what I told you. So you have 3 wires that go into the module box. You have 1 wire that goes into the loom, goes all the way here. Oh, it is broken, so you can see even here, there's 1 broken wire within the 3. If you take a closer look, so this is the one that goes over here, and the other 2 go in here, and the last plug that was in the car, where is it? Let me find it right here. That's the one right here. So you can see this one, it's the pink one. This is the one that was also in the car. So the only difference I see here right now is this yellow plug. This might be an American version from this. We have, let's see, are those the same wires? I'll have to dig deep, but maybe we'll call the customer and actually tell or ask her if she's interested in just getting the full body of the full harness that we have here in stock. But we do not want to give it out like this. We'll figure it out. But I hope you understood the problem. I hope you understood why it is important to let people work on these cars that actually know what they're doing. The throttle body, by the way, is already in the room with the boys, so they're already taking care of it. And yeah, I'll just do my magic, put everything back into the car, and hopefully this customer will be happy when this car starts running again. So it is actually the next day, or even next week. It's Monday morning, and I just started working on it, and then I was like, man, you forgot to take the camera and show you guys where we're at. Well, sorry, don't worry about it. There's plenty of more cars right behind me that also need the same work, but I can still show you guys where we are right now, what we did, and how everything looks as we speak. You can see from all the crazy stuff that was taken apart, the car looks kind of assembled again. The engine harness is brand new. You cannot really tell that we had our hands on here. All the plugs are nice and new, closed up the right way. All the lens are correctly. The throttle body is back inside. The only thing always that we can't do as fully original is this part right here, where from original they had the like this glued rubber that fits right into this hole. So you do have to be a little careful when installing it, that this is the full 90 degrees and that you won't lock yourself in with the tab on top that's going on top of the engine. And also very important that I told you before, the plug for the airflow sensor goes right here, right now. Then we drilled a little hole into the plastic cover, filled it up with a nice little rubber seal. So this is all nice and tight, pinned it in the right ways. There's one wire right here from our ones that is new. You can see it right here. This is the one that goes from us. We left the broken wire inside because there's no need for it. It's dead. There's no way that this will affect anything. Other than that, everything is plugged back in. I will have to reinstall now all the covers and all the rest of the stuff right now. Also, what we did is the throttle cable, whatever you call it, this was glued, so there was a really bad feeling for your foot while hitting the gas, while hitting the throttle. So we replaced this one. Also, yeah, well, not the easiest job, but also it was okay. So it goes right around here through the firewall, and then we did have to take out most of the stuff from the inside underneath to plug it back in, plug it back out, and hopefully now we can adjust it right here the right way so the customer will be happy. I'm always excited when we get to a point where the cars are about to be finished because this one can get off the lot. There's 3 more cars waiting in line. I will plug everything back together right now, and then we'll start it together, and then maybe make a final finish end on this little project. So everything buttoned up, everything back together as promised. First start we're gonna do together. Batteries hooked up. Let me see if I find the keys are right here. Let's see if this will work. Sorry. RPM is still a little high. Probably still needs to adjust a little bit. Let's give it a couple of seconds. Maybe, there we go. No, still too high. Let's give it another couple of seconds. And then let's see if this will actually go down or not, or we will have to readjust our cable that we reinstalled. That's why it's a little higher. Probably that's it. Let's see if it'll come down now. Not really. So we'll probably have to work with the wiring, with the cable a little bit. Let's see. Would be this one. And a second. There we go. That was it. So you can see RPM perfectly fine. Now let me get back into the car. Just had to readjust the screw a little bit. Now, way better. Way better. Like it. Let's see if it gets to it. Let's get into gear. Perfect. Just how it's supposed to be. Nice. Another one is in the books right now. Everything is fine. Everything worked out perfectly. I don't know if you saw it, but once I'm in the car, those were the wires for the throttle body, which you also always get is a nice little piece of paper. Once we're done, I hope you liked watching this video. I'm gonna get going. It's around noontime, so we have a little lunch break, and then I'm gonna hop right onto the next car. I hope to see you guys also. I hope you like this video. Give us some support. Like it, subscribe. You know the deal. See you next time.
Oh
Bye.
my God. Fresh.